Right, guys, now we are sitting in the second row, and of course, this is the most luxurious row of the Denza D9. You can control your aircon temperature, you can control your massage seat. Right now, I'm on a massage, relaxing massage. There are quite a few modes you can opt all here. You can also have cold drinks in the fridge down there, and we have a sunroof for the driver, also a sunroof for the passengers at the back. And in terms of the luxurious fitting, I think it's quite nice. And so we are just relaxing and enjoying the drive. That's June next to me from Autobus. And in front of us, we have Sharil who's driving. You can't see him, but you see him later lah. And so June is playing with the Tauke seat. He can slide the front seat forward and enjoy himself. Yeah, relaxing. And I think the interior is quite well appointed. We have aircon louvers up there, reading lights. Oh my God, handle for everybody. And we're not going to bother about the third row. Third row, if you're the one buying the car, you don't care about the third row too, right? But you can actually seat, I think, 3 adults, can? Yeah, you can sit 3 adults, short adults. So this car goes for what you call 777. It's claimed to seat 7 people and have 7 luggages and 7 backpacks. So 777. So there's quite good luggage space for 500 liters, even with the seats all deployed. Of course, the amount of leg room you get at the back will depend on the middle seat and front seat placement. So they're adjustable all over the place. So if you have enough adjustments, or rather if you know how to balance it, you can have decent leg room throughout for everybody. Okay, Sharil, what speed are we going now? Okay, we're at 100 kilometers per hour on the north-south highway. And of course, this is an electric car, so there's no sound from the engine. But at 100 kilometers per hour on a normal ICE vehicle, the engine is probably going at about 2000 RPM anyway if you are in top gear, and it will still be just as silent. So what we're actually hearing now is the sound of the tires rolling on the road. And as the road surface changes, the noise coming into the cabin also changes. So you are not like totally divorced from the outside, but you can say that it is very quiet lah. So this reminds me of like riding in the Shinkansen, when everything is like, you get this little roar in the background from the tires, and that kind of like lets you know you're in motion lah, which is good because you don't want to be like semi-floating, in Netherlands or something like that. So you do get a sense of motion, and like I said, most of the noise comes from the tires, right? Of course, electric cars do have to run on what you call EV tires, and because of the weight, they have to actually make sure that the compound is a bit hard. So, and in order for it to get you enough wear resistance and also the ability to hold the weight of the car up. So just as an indication, this car is 5.25 meters long. That's about as long as a Toyota Hilux lah, okay? And in terms of size and width, it's very close to the Alphard size. So even from the look of the vehicle itself, you know who is the competitor or who they are aiming at, yeah? So as we know, the other brand is like the industry leader in terms of vehicles like this. And so this is a direct competitor, except that they go one step further. They have a lot of features that are good, and also it is fully electric. Now the range with WLTP is about 400 and something, maybe 450. And in terms of NEDC, it's close to 600 or 580. The battery system, or rather the battery bank, is a total 103 something kilowatts. So that's a very powerful battery. And if you drive under normal speeds like this, you should be able to achieve the stated distance, yeah? But of course, in our Malaysian climate, which is hot, the aircon will take a little bit. And of course, if you drive very heavy-footedly, you will suffer some consequences. Anyway, to charge to from 30 to 80% on a DC charger, you get about half an hour. You need about half an hour. And if you do a 10-minute charge on the DC charger, you can get 150 kilometers of range. So it's not so bad as people make it out to be. The only thing that you would have to worry about is if you went to a charging station and you have to queue. Yeah, so the charging time is not that bad because this can take a 166 kilowatt DC charger, and on an AC charger, yeah, it can only take 11 kilowatts. Yeah, so anyway, most of these cars are charged at home in the evenings, when you are not using. So for a city commuter, for a businessman, to use it as a mobile office to reduce fatigue and all that, this makes a good car. Also, as a family car, it's also great. The only thing about the car this size is, whilst it provides all the luxury, parking it is a problem. But most people who buy a vehicle like this would have a driver anyway, so that's not an issue. You can't have your cake and eat it, so it's a compromise you have to make. But in terms of comfortable travel, great.